How is it ethical or legal to be required to buy health care or insurance in the United States? What is it intended to do, you may ask? Healthcare is intended to make sure all Americans have affordable health care and to create a regulated marketplace where they can afford it. The government also expects it to relieve small businesses and improve Medicare to where the disabled and elderly can afford their prescriptions. It also eliminates denials, limits out-of-pocket costs, and expands health care to the lower class. This all may be very grand and sound like a cure for America and our health and wallets, but it actually isn't. I believe that it violates our freedom and constitutional rights. The question is, if we're being made to buy health care, what else are we going to be required to buy? On the PBS website concerning the health reform law, Gwen Ifill, a federal judge in Virginia, states that a critical provision of this law is not constitutional. Also, according to Chelsea Hopper on Prezi.com, Florida court is ruling Obamacare is unconstitutional because of the fine for not having it, or people who can't afford it. This is proven under the Commerce Clause of the U.S. Constitution. The health reform bill basically forces Americans to buy insurance and health care and although it's supposedly made for low-income families, it's still pretty costly and doesn't pay a significant amount, especially for the amount that you have to pay in. In fact, people who don't have insurance within the next year will be fined a penalty. With few exemptions, according to the U.S. Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, in 2015 you could be paying 2% of your yearly household income, which is on average about 2% of $10,150 per individual. This calculates to about $325 for adults and $162.50 for minors under the age of 18. The maximum penalty for a family with these calculations is about $975 per household. Now, my family is middle class, and we do not have the money to spend $975 on a penalty over something this ignorant that shouldn't even be in the United States. In 2014, you would have paid 1% of your household income, which is about $95 a person and about $285 for a household. This goes to show you how much it has risen in 1 year. Is it expected to increase? The answer is yes. In 2016, it is expected to jump to 2.5%. How far will it go, you may ask? Few exemptions apply. However, according to healthcare.gov, if you have hardship, but they mean hardship as in if you were about to foreclose or you were homeless. Another issue concerning healthcare is that it causes America to spend money that they don't have. The U.S. Treasury on USDebtClock.org states that America is already $18 trillion in debt, and it rises every second. I'm talking $500,000 in 10 seconds that America goes to in debt. I don't know about you guys, but I personally don't think we need to have any more additives to that. The elderly or disabled who have decreased funds causes the people who actually want insurance not to be able to afford it. Don't y'all think that it should be the same for everyone? Such as people with degrees and stuff, I believe that they work very hard and stuff, and they shouldn't be having to get lower paying jobs just to be able to afford insurance. Although the bill is around 2,500 pages long, which, who has the time and will to read all of that? I know I don't, and I know members of the U.S. Senate probably don't either. To sum things up, this bill is unconstitutional and I believe violates our freedom as U.S. citizens. It might even be the beginning of the end. Wake up, people, and spread the knowledge.